can do it this time.
Please. Please. Do it again. Tell me the story. Please.
The cell was out in the New Mexican desert. It was October, I think 1998. FP had been staying out there with Fredrickson. He was recovering from something terrible that happened in a cave a few months earlier. FP said he found some artifact down there. All his friends died. It's what got him sworn into the cell. They found a message from their boss or their handler or whatever you called it. I guess they were responsible for investigating some sort of technologic breakthrough by like an Egon Springfield in Hobbs in New Mexico. What was it? It was, the University of the Southwest. I've said it so many times you'd think I'd remember. Something seemed off there. We all headed there, and they were able to break into the registrar to find some records for a Carlos Ramirez and a Derek Johnson. They were all out. Like somebody had been looking into them maybe before the cell had arrived. Then in a large field, Fruman sees an armless and legless torso. It's a young man gurgling, "Help me," like as if he's drowning. Sounds like he's maybe drowning in water. He's slithering around outside, but it disappears pretty quickly. Where the body was, he finds Matthew Harrow IV's school ID. They get back to the La Quinta, and we look through the records. It looks like Carlos, Derek, and Matthew were all friends. They got into like minor mischief on campus, but nothing serious. There were two other students who had disappeared, an Alex Torres and a Jenna Wynn. It was like 10 years earlier during their junior or senior year. We have a meeting with Springfield tomorrow. Fruman made that call on the way. Fuck Roswell. That night, FP climbs into an empty pool at La Quinta for some unknown reason. Fredrickson gets up early to drive back to the scene of the torso, and he sees some wet oil in the field where the body was.
So one thing I like to do is anytime I'm peeing, I like to drink water because it feels like you're doing like an Ouroboros almost. Has anyone else ever felt that way?
I try to avoid doing it because it's like giving IV fluids and Lasix at the same time, which is kind of a no-no. So
yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
feeding the fire. Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to get the full Ouroboros experience, you got to drink the pee, man.
I'm working up to that.
A little Bear Grylls action.
You've got to have like a Foley catheter that has a straw.
Oh.
Like one of like the long beer straws that like from a hat.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I should do next. That's my next
That would be
investment
true
project.
And
Ouroboros.
You'll know exactly when you develop diabetes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And I already
The
sampled
moment
myself Q3 months.
Okay.
So
Just in case.
just in case. Has anyone ever sampled their urine to see if they developed diabetes?
No.
I have not.
I have.
You haven't.
I have.
No, you haven't.
I have totally flicked a finger midstream and gone,
You're kidding me.
nope. I was worried I had diabetes.
When?
Oh, this was years ago in residency. Before we met.
Just
It was actually the night we
A1C
met.
done.
You kissed the piss breath. Just getting A1C done.
Yeah.
It's not how the Native Americans did it, Aubrey.
Yeah, and newsflash, contrary to your father's belief, you are not Native American.
Yeah, we're not.
So where are we staying? Did we figure that out?
La Quinta, Hobbs, La Quinta. It's like 11 o'clock at night.
Time to sleep.
Yeah, we go to sleep.
You guys each have your own room, or what's the setup for rooms?
Yeah, I think we all got our own rooms.
I put on my swim trunks and then go out to the pool, and then I stand there disappointedly looking at the empty thing. And then I'm like, damn it, I'm here, I'm doing it. So I climb in down the ladder into the empty pool, and I just walk around doing this for like 2 minutes, and then I go back inside.
That's great.
We call that flavor.
I take a shower and I set up my CPAP.
All right. What does Fruman do?
Just straight up goes to bed. Like brushes his teeth, washes his face, goes to bed.
What time are you guys getting up, and what are you doing? What's the game plan of stuff?
I get up early. I'm a real 60-something-year-old dude. So I get up at 4:30 in the morning naturally. And I just wake up. I think I probably kind of check to see if I hear any movement from the other two. And if not, I'm just going to drive out to that field and look around since it's still dark and early, and hopefully no one will be around there.
So we'll say that's at 5:30, 6 in the morning?
No, probably 5 a.m.
That's okay, 5 a.m. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I wouldn't be up yet.
Okay. And what about FP?
I probably get up at 6. If I remember right, I had drugs on me, and I'm kind of mad at myself that I didn't do anything with them the night before. Not that I would have taken them, but stashed them somewhere where if I got someone busted in, they wouldn't be on me. So I go down. I'm assuming La Quinta offers an excellent continental breakfast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Do I have to luck roll to see if they do?
No, La Quinta? Are you kidding me? I would never malign that hotel chain.
The finest day-old Danishes and bagels.
Which I think look awesome because they're not week-old Danishes.
Ever the optimist.
So yeah, I probably go down, get the continental breakfast. I'm assuming they have a little dining area with some fake plants. I pretend to spill my eggs and bend over to clean them up. And as I'm doing that, I stuff my drugs under one of the potted fake plants.
Nice.
Cool. Give me a stealth roll with a plus 40. What it is you sit down, it's a small continental breakfast inside the room, and there's a skinny, sleepy looking 20-year-old who's looks super sleepy, is just yawning and barely staying awake. They had done the night shift prior, and
22, crit success.
nice crit success. Okay. They'd noticed nothing at all.
When I fake spill my eggs, I spill them, and then I realized that sure, maybe that could happen, maybe not. And I go, oh no, I spilled my eggs. And then I start banging on my plate to the point that it's really awkward, and then everyone looks away because they're like, I don't want to look at this idiot being weird anymore.
And everyone is just this one hotel or motel front clerk person who was not watching anyways. Hence the plus 40. Okay, cool. Drugs are stashed away in a potted plant right by where the eggs are. Right by there's one little area, one little table.
Alcove
Yeah,
type thing.
alcove.
Yeah,
with a
I guess
table.
in my mind, I assume I do it near the kitchen with the intent that if I need to make a diversion later, I can call the police and phone in an anonymous tip that the kitchen staff are selling drugs and they can find them under the fake plant.
Wow.
That's great.
I'm a drug dealer. This is my life.
You're all right.
Thaddeus, do you want to do your thing? I guess everybody take their stuff off.
33 40 63810 106 28517W.
It's dark out.
Okay.
You are driving. Yeah, it's a 10 or 15 minute drive from La Quinta to the campus. Just again, the setup of the campus is that you have to come down the south side, right? But as you're coming around the western edge of the campus,
Yep.
there are those trees, and they line the whole area because this whole campus is really quartered off from Hobbs in
Okay,
total.
yeah.
As you're coming in to this kind of winding road up that goes south to north, you see the hall that FP broke into. You see the library that you guys had been sitting at, and then there's this field. Behind the field, which is a large field where people play games on and do stuff. There's another copse of trees up north, straight north.
Okay.
Those block off
Where the mansions are.
where the mansions are, where a lot of professors and faculty. In between the trees and the mansions, there's a lot of water. There's a body of water.
I'll kind of come in, go left,
Yep.
and then go up the western part, and then probably just kind of pull over my car, and then turn the lights off, go out to the field.
Yep. Give me a a luck roll just to see who's out there, if anybody.
56 on a 69.
There's nobody out there. It's Sunday morning. All the college kids are hungover. Maybe not at this college, but
Yeah, and there's no faculty.
there's
or
no
nothing.
faculty
Yeah.
or anything anywhere. You come up this field. It's still very dark out. Do you have like a flashlight or?
Sure.
And
Yeah.
then what's the goal? What are you gonna do?
I just want to track to where I more or less think that Fruman had found that body, see if I find anything else, and then if I can see anything that like leads me, if there's any tracks somewhere else, if there is, if I notice anything further out like towards the tree line or anything like that.
Yep.
I just want to like get a look at it for myself since I've been in Delta Green for like 30 years or something.
So we see this larger man walking towards the center of the field, kind of where Fruman had picked stuff up. You're kind of triangulating stuff. So there's the second where you kind of turn back around, look to see at the library, look to see where the registrar was that FP broke into. You end up triangulating where you had been before, get up to a spot, and you find what looks like there was an indentation in the field. The field is actually kind of wet with some amount of like fluid, clear fluid, just in that area.
Does it seem like water?
Yeah, it feels kind of like water, maybe a little oilier.
Okay. Does it have a smell or anything?
No, it's like completely absent of any smell.
Okay. And it's in this indentation.
Yeah, it's in the indentation.
Okay. I kind of like squat down, maybe put my finger in it.
It feels like a little oily residue. As you push down, you feel like a little bit of movement underneath your finger.
Like in the mud.
Yeah, in the grass, dirt area.
Okay. I try to dig a little bit.
Yeah, so when you do that, you kind of part the grass, and what you see is something tunneling upwards and breaking through.
Okay.
And a cicada buzzes right next to your face, takes off.
Can I roll intelligence to know if it's a cicada year?
Yeah.
23 on a 60.
With that success, you would know that this is scrub cicada, Diceroprocta. It's black and white with red eyes, and it flies up. This would be the wrong year and the wrong time of year, because usually these kind of cicadas emerge in like April, May.
Okay.
And it's off for the 17 and 13 year span.
Okay. Do I see any more? Or is it just one?
Just one.
I am unnerved by that, I guess. I think it's a little bit odd. I think I try to dig a little more and see if, I'm like just kind of digging around the edges of this indentation where the water is and just see if I see any more cicadas, anything else for like maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah, nothing else.
When I don't notice anything else, I stand up.
Can you give me an alertness roll too?
Yeah. Drop my die. Oh, I fail. 85 on a 70.
You are not alert.
Okay. As I stand up, I kind of sweep my flashlight around toward the tree line to see if I notice any more indentations, any more like puddles of fluid.
No, there's no puddles of fluid. There's nothing. You can't see any indentations of anything. And again, it's pretty far to get to that copse of trees, right?
Yeah.
Because you've got other buildings, like
Yeah.
the science buildings back there where their labs are, all that stuff.
There's no tracks or anything.
There's no tracks or anything like that would take you anywhere.
If I don't see anything else that seems interesting, I probably walk maybe 20 feet towards the trees just to see if I like notice anything else. If I don't, I'm like, I notice the sun's coming up and I'm like, I should go get some coffee and talk to those guys. So I get back in the rodeo and drive back to La Quinta.
33 40 63810 106 28517W.
Come on back, y'all.
Yeah, I'm here.
Thaddeus is dead, and Aubrey's re-rolling a character, so give her 10 minutes. No, I'm just kidding.
Pour one out.
Pour one out for Thad.
Okay, so I drive back to La Quinta. I probably head straight for the lobby where the continental breakfast is and get some black coffee and like a piece of toast.
At this point, it's probably 6:15 or so, so I think this is a convergence of at least you two, if not, I don't know what Fruman's up to.
Fruman like wakes up and like has a full glass of water, brushes his teeth, washes his face, and then does like 20 push-ups, 20 sit-ups, and does like 5 reps of those. And then like showers and then like combs his hair and then like comes out. So he's probably like rolling in at like 6:45, 7.
A fit boy. Okay. Why don't we have you guys walking in right after the egg incident?
Okay.
You walk in and just hear me like banging my spoon on my plate. as I'm bent over next to this plant. My eggs. Oh no. I have spilled them on the floor.
I always took you for someone that was clumsy.
You are correct. I am the clumsiest. Oh, what a fool I have been. The eggs that could have been. I will have to go and get more eggs.
Truman like rolls in at that exact moment. Is just like, fuck. You're like, oh, okay. Good morning. Hey.
Thankfully, it's a free continental breakfast from La Quinta Inn, where I can get more eggs if I want.
Are you being paid to advertise for them?
No, not at all, kind stranger or friend.
I'm gonna go wait outside. Fruman grabs like a to-go cup of coffee, like nothing else, and then just like walks outside and pulls a power bar out of his pocket.
I think I just kind of stand there a little bit bewildered, and I just like sip my coffee, and I'm like, okay, should we go? Are you okay?
Yeah, let's get out of here. And I just like toss my plate on the serving table, but I pocket the knife and the fork.
I think like as you guys are leaving, the only other person in there who is the 20-year-old front person, like you hear their head slam against the table because they've fallen asleep after. Okay, you guys leave.
Where'd you go, Thad?
I went back out to that field just to take a look around. I did find something a little bit strange.
Yeah?
A torso?
It was not a torso, but was it wet there yesterday? Was there like any water or anything?
Well, the badge was wet, and it looked like the torso was like in some water, but no.
But when you were standing there wasn't
No.
anything there. Did it rain last night?
No.
I don't know. I went back to that indentation, and there was a weird, thick, clear, oily fluid kind of resting at the bottom of it. Definitely not water. Not really anything that I would recognize.
What did it taste like?
I didn't taste it.
Diabetes. Did you collect some?
I did not, because I didn't have anything to collect it with. I just kind of went out without anything. So we could run out there and collect some now or later today, but I did not. But it felt like almost like motor oil. And then underneath it, this bug I just really wouldn't expect to see at this time of year came out. It was a scrub cicada, and just from being from around the western part of the U.S. I mean, this is not the year or time of year that type of insect should be emerging from the ground. And it popped up and kind of hit me in the face and flew away. So that was odd. But otherwise, I didn't really see there wasn't anything else out there. But if we want to go back and get a sample of that fluid, that might be a good idea, Furman.
The bug actually touched you? Like you felt it?
Yeah.
I guess I'm just questioning myself from last night because, again, what I saw wasn't there. Maybe it was. But I mean, we found the badge, which is kind of weird. But so if you like actually experience it, like tactile.
Yeah, because I put my hand, I was kind of digging a little bit underneath where this fluid was. I mean, the fluid didn't harm me. I like stuck my hand right in the middle, and I dug around to just see if I found anything, and I felt movement, and this thing kind of crawled half on my hand, hit me in the face, and flew away. But it's like a black and white cicada with red eyes. They're common around here, but not at this time of year, or it's not on like the 13-year or 17-year cycle would not be now. So I don't know why. But I only saw one. I didn't see anymore, so that was sort of strange. But not a bad idea to go back out there and get a sample of that fluid if it's still there.
Yeah, he like pulls open his like little doctor bag and it's like has like some sort of
his kit.
Yeah.
Because I imagine you have like a not like full forensic lab, obviously, but like a bunch of like forensic shit.
Like some
as, like, a
vials and
pathologist.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like some
like UA
slides.
cups and
Right. Slides if you wanted them, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Truman, you ever find any bugs like that in any of those dead bodies you look at?
You would not believe the amount of bugs and dead bodies. The ones that have been on the side of the road, for a while, car crashes, solo drivers fall asleep, flip cars, and then no one finds them for a few days.
Do you think maybe that cicada was in the body and it got confused about what year it was and it came out too soon?
Like maybe the body had been there for a long time, but the body wasn't actually there.
I don't know. I know they do cycles. I'm just throwing out questions. You guys are the brainiacs here.
That's an interesting thought, though. I mean, write that down.
Sometimes I get ideas up in my head,
No bad ideas in a brainstorm, I guess.
Yeah, old Snake Plissken, fake Plissken. Sometimes he finds a nut. Blind squirrel, Isn't that how it goes? Blind pig, truffle, whatever.
Furman has just been driving this whole time back to the field. He's just been like talking and like completely oblivious that the car has been in motion.
Furman and like Fredrickson are in the front seats just staring out the front while
Quietly.
P is just talking in the back. We don't even respond at all.
At some point, we were just down, like, turn up the radio.
Like a hole turns up even louder.
Yeah, I think I demand control of the radio as like I try to pull some seniority shit. And so I always have it on like classic 70s, 60s, and 70s rock. So it's just like Freebird is playing really loud.
I'm like, that's all right. I pull out my Discman, I pop in Hootie and the Blowfish, and just.
All right, we'll say it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. It's Sunday, so nobody's really around.
Ooh.
So you guys are able to,
This is October 2nd.
yeah, October 2nd, get to the field. It's pretty easy to find that spot. There is indeed a hole in the ground that you can see with some wetness around it. What I'm imagining, pull up, right? Car stops. You guys all get out. Hear all three car doors slam. You eventually take them to the place, and you guys are all standing around, kind of staring down at the ground.
I think I get sort of the inclination to sort of stick my hand in it again just to see if I find another bug.
Sure.
Do I feel any movement?
No.
Okay. I'm like, well,
How big is this spot?
Spot's small. I mean, it's literally,
is it like the size of a torso where a torso was indented
Yeah.
into the ground?
that's what I would
That's
say.
what I was picturing.
I take the stolen, like, breakfast butter knife. I imagine one of those, like, cheap, like, random soup kitchen butter knives that you could get at place. I take that out of my pocket and I kind of scoop some of it, and I'm like, I sniff it, and then I slowly stick my tongue out and I taste it, because this is not a visual medium.
It tastes like dirt.
Hey, tastes like dirt, guys.
You are truly a fucking idiot. After scooping up some in like a specimen cup, Fruman kind of like takes like his shoe and sort of like wipes. Does this like penetrate like multiple levels of the soil, or is this sort of just like on the top?
You're able to get like some of it off this kind of indentation, and it's surface level. It does not go deep at all.
All right. And is there, I mean, I guess this will come later because probably go to the lab and like look under the microscope, but like there's nothing. Does this appear natural?
You can't instantly identify it, but it looks like a clear kind of oily substance. It's not extremely oily, but it seems like it's more oily than just like water would be. You know, it doesn't look like there's just like some water on the ground. It looks like there's like water that's like thicker and coated a little bit. Does that make sense?
Like wet dirt with a sheen?
Yeah, and it's on the grass too, because the grass is all like pushed down. You're looking at like a like grass that's like been indented with what is like the indentation of what you would imagine at this point is like a torso or something like that. And on that grass is like it looks like dew, except when you pick it up and touch it, it's like way oilier than you would expect.
All right. Well, we need to be back here at 1. I wouldn't mind trying to use some of their equipment to see what this shit is, but I don't know. Do we go someplace else first?
We should probably, I guess today's probably a good day before we meet up with Springfield to maybe try to get into the lab or into Harrow's dorm, since there's really nobody around.
Yeah, either of those are totally reasonable if you wanted
It's
to
a
try.
Sunday, so there's not anybody here. Fruman, do you want to just go to the lab? I mean, then you could try to take a look at whatever this substance is if you wanted to use any of their equipment.
Or Sunday at 8?
Mm-hmm.
Can we let's do a little quick past like
The mansion?
the chapel, or whatever is the chapel on campus, and we can figure out what the church time is, and then we should go maybe look at the mansions and the dorms when people are at church.
Fruman, that's why I keep you around.
There's a chapel for the whole school, basically.
Is it mandatory?
Probably. I think a lot of religious universities, it's mandatory to go to mass.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is a chapel. It's a really nice looking chapel. You can tell that they spent some money. It is away from so again, just so you guys are all aware, the whole campus has like trees around it, like these evergreen trees surround the whole campus, so it's kind of blocked off. And so there's like a thick circle around the whole campus. And then the only way in and out really is the south side of the campus. There's like a road inwards. To the left when you're coming in is the library. To the front is what we discussed, the Jesse Hall like kind of registrar place. There's multiple labs behind that. And then to the left of all the labs and the registrar, to the west of it, there is this giant field. And that's where, teams practice, all that stuff. And that's where you saw the body. Behind all of that is another copse of trees that seems to be like reining in where the actual like university ends. And there's one road through there that kind of traverses the whole campus. On that road is where you can see the chapel is. And then past that copse of trees that kind of seems protective is where all the like mansions and houses are that from what you guys have gleaned are where a lot of the faculty live. And dorms aren't back there. This is really for like faculty. It's almost like they made like a secluded kind of neighborhood for them to live in. And the chapel is in between where the labs and the dorms and the college campus proper is and where the rest of the like faculty and neighborhood is. Does that make sense? So you guys go by the chapel. The chapel's new, nice. It looks updated. It's large enough to host, everybody that's at this university, which I think
What's the name of the university again?
University of the Southwest.
Okay.
And then at that point, it was actually College of the Southwest, but it was undergoing a name change. Yeah, they upgraded to university. And the amount of students are like number in the like 1,000, 2,000, somewhere in there. So this is big enough for everybody to worship there. I'm pretty in the know about religious stuff. You can see that at this point, it being 8:30 or so, that church is going to start at 9. Does church start at 9? I have no experience with church, so.
If it's
They probably have multiple options.
Okay.
Yeah, usually there's like an 8 a.m. and a 10 a.m. or something like that. But if it's a college one, they may just have one.
We'll do 9 and 11.
Sure.
Never forget. So there's a service at 9 and a service at 11. So people are maybe starting to walk into the chapel, or at least congregating outside, I think, as they're waiting for the 9 o'clock to start.
Okay.
And the crowd looks like overwhelmingly students, like 17 to 22 or whatever. Maybe like the couple, like grad students, because there are some grad students there.
So this is starting to look like maybe a good time to go to the dorms.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we have to know which dorm he was in, though.
Yeah, they have a graduate dorm and a like postgraduate dorm, basically. So it's split up between,
So an undergraduate and a
undergrad
graduate.
and postgrad.
Okay.
So they have a graduate dorm and then they have a dorm for those that graduated. So no, there's an undergrad
But
and
are still going to school.
lifelong learners is what that dorm is for. So there's an undergrad dorm and a grad school dorm.
I guess we go to the undergrad. Yeah, because he's hasn't graduated yet. So
Yeah.
we go to the undergrad dorm. How is it keys
You have
or
a
is
couple. You have 5 student names in total. So right, because we've got Harrow
Well-
the 4th.
yes?
We've got Alex Torres and Jenna Nguyen.
But they disappeared 10 years ago, so they're not students now.
Right. Torres and
Yeah.
Jen Nguyen disappeared 10 years ago. And then you've got Carlos and Derek.
Yes.
Wait, who was the other one? Harrow?
Matthew Harrow
Harrow
the
the
fourth is the son of the dean of the school, and he's whose badge we found.
Oh.
So the dorms are, they're going to house probably like 600-700, or the dorm groups for the undergrad are going to house 600, somewhere in there, 700, because there's about 1,000, I think 1,100 students in total, and most are undergrad. So there's a couple of them. They're in like, one kind of area where you like drive up and there's that like circle driveway. And so everybody can like unload their shit, or pack their shit up depending on where they are in the school season.
Do we have his file?
Yeah.
So that probably has his dorm in it.
Yeah.
Sign.
What number?
What number dorm he is.
Yeah.
You guys, when you looked at stuff the evening before, Matthew did not stay in the dorms.
All right.
Whereas Carlos and Derek did, as did Alex Torres and Jinwin.
Okay. So I guess we'll go to Carlos and Derek's dorm.
Okay.
Does it say where Matthew stayed?
It does have an address for Matthew,
Is it one of the mansions?
and it is one of the mansions. And the thing, it's like one university place.
Yeah. So we would I guess, assume it's one of the mansions. Okay. At that point. All right. So I'm like, hey, Furman, do you have those files? Or FP, whoever grabbed them.
Yep. I pull them out of my coat.
I'm like,
My
where
jean jacket.
are we headed?
That one.
Points at one of the 3 buildings that are there.
Hey, God, this is gonna look weird if like you two sort of awkward chumps go in here with some other random guy being me. Just wait in the rodeo. Give me like 5 minutes.
Under what circumstance do you think that we would trust you to go in there alone?
I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna make sure it's clear.
Like, make sure nobody's there?
Yeah, kids skip classes, whatever. Look, I got a plan. I go in, I say I'm Carlos's uncle. He had to leave school. I'm just here to pick up some stuff. And if there's no one here, then that's fine. But you two goofy G-men looking motherfuckers, like, you go walking in there with me, they're gonna be that's gonna stand out like a freaking bear shitting in church, like they're doing now. They're not doing that now. You know what I mean.
Is this the second good idea he's had today?
Sadly, yes.
I told you, sometimes.
Well,
All right.
fine.
I'll
Yep.
be quick, I promise. Synchronized watches, go. 5 minutes.
I'm not doing that.
I synchronized my watch. I'm like, all right, sounds good.
I imagine there's like a blackboard in the rodeo that's like good ideas, bad ideas, and you guys mark one more on the good idea for today.
33 40
Okay, that sounds good. We will. How about you give me a luck roll to see if anybody is in the front?
37. Oh yeah, that's a pass.
Nice. Do you want somebody there, or do you not want somebody in the front?
I do.
Excellent. That was kind of what I was thinking, to be totally honest.
Can I request any specific details about the person?
Sure. What do you? I'm imagining. I was thinking it's gonna be like an RA or something like that. You know, maybe somebody just there to like make sure nobody hasn't. You know, doing the front desk thing, right? Like the dorms.
I was gonna request someone who is clearly skipping out on church.
Love that. That's a great idea. Actually, I love that.
That's honestly the sort of kids that I've been wanting to look for.
Yeah.
As we've been driving around, I'm like, I want to know the kids who are doing shady shit.
Yeah, no, that sounds great. I love that. That's a good idea. So you walk in, there's like the kind of just like little walkway square, like with the glass that you can see into. There is a desk that's got a door behind it, and the desk has all of the mail. You know, it's like room 401, 402, 403, like that you put mail in. But there's a kid who has like cargo shorts on, like a sick Black Sabbath tee on, and blonde, long hair, shaggy hair. They've got their feet up, and they have a Walkman on, kind of like hanging out, eyes closed, just listening to some music.
I mean, if they're not paying attention to me, do I have like a room number for Carlos's place?
Yeah, we'll say it is 420.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I'm just going to walk past the kid. I might just like sort of nonchalantly drop a cigarette out of my pocket as I'm walking past, because who knows?
Okay, you drop the cigarette.
Yeah. All right, I go to the room. Is there anyone? Do I meet anyone on the way? Is there anyone there? Do I hear any sounds? Should I do like a listen?
No, I think you get up on the, you take the stairs or the elevator?
Stairs. I don't want to be trapped in no elevator.
Okay. Get up the stairs. It's actually pretty quiet on this hall. All the halls are L-shaped. All these buildings are like L-shaped to make like a square. 420 is at the end of one of the hallways. When you get to the door, you don't hear anything.
Is it locked?
Yeah, it is locked.
Is it like a lock I can pick or?
Yeah, you definitely can try. I mean, it's just like a shitty dorm, you know. So
okay.
if you want to try to pick it, you can.
31. What would that be?
Criminology, probably.
Yeah, that's a pass.
Yeah.
31 on a 60.
Yeah, I figured you'd probably pick a criminology. Okay. Yeah, you pop it open.
Okay. I'm just going to kind of look around. Is there anything that stands out?
Yeah, so this is quite obviously they're 2 people dorms. What you see are like 2, you know how like they have those bunk beds that like you can stack on top of each other or split so that if you didn't want to do bunk beds, they can be on either side. You have both those, one on either side of the room, a desk for each student, and literally nothing else in the room. It's empty.
Like they would, like if you're doing a tour and they're like, this is what your dorm could look like.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
There's like a bed on each bed. There's the actual desks, but otherwise it's very much, this would be like the room that they were going to show people.
Okay. True to my promise about quick in and out, I close the door. I don't lock it. I don't even really like go in. I kind of open it and kind of do a like, this is weird. And then I'm just like, all right, I told them I'd not dick around. So I just close the door. I back out. As I'm walking down outstairs, is the kid still there?
Kid's still there jamming out to music. The cigarette's gone.
I just kind of tap him on the shoulder and say, hey kid, did you see a cigarette anywhere here? I think I dropped one.
No, dude, I don't smoke.
Oh, okay. I had one, but whatever. And then I just pull out a joint and like light that up. And I'm like, you sure you didn't lose one?
I think his eyes light up. And he's like, dude, is that weed?
Well, I wanted to smoke a cigarette, but I dropped mine. I don't know where it went. If you've got one, I'll trade you.
Oh, brother. He pulls out from his pocket the cigarette you dropped.
Yeah. I just trade him and I go, and then I just walk out.
Sweet. Yeah, you totally see him. He like puts the joint out and then there's like, and like puts it underneath the like beanie cap that he has on.
So then I just go out to the rodeo.
33 40 63810.
Yeah, so I just went in, door was locked, I opened it. His room's just like set up, like staged for like if they were bringing students around to do like a tour. It was like,
Oh, so they've already cleaned it out.
I don't know, man. You guys are the forensic chumps. I didn't want to go in for fear of some kind of weird fucking voodoo shit. You know, I didn't want to.
What the hell are you talking about?
Did
Voodoo shit.
were they roommates?
No, I just went to Carlos's room.
But why didn't you go to Derek's room too?
Is Derek's? Oh wait, is Derek in this building? I didn't know they were in the same building.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, well, fuck it. You know what? You guys go do your forensic shit in Carlos's room, and then I'll just go check Derek's room.
Okay. And then like on the chalkboard, it's like bad idea.
we erase the good idea off the chalkboard.
And make a mark on bad idea.
Yeah, I had a list, and it was Carlos, so I started with Carlos. I didn't think to do item number 1 and 2 on the list. Okay. All right. You know what? It's fine. I think, no, we'll be fine. Let's go in. And so do we go in?
So do we go in? Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Okay. As we're walking in, is the kid still sitting there?
Yeah, for sure. He's like, oh, dude, what's up, man?
What, dude?
We do.
I don't think we've ever met, but you didn't see anything. And if someone comes in this door and I just hand him a card with my beeper number on it, I'm like, just beep me.
I think there's like a look of like supreme confusion on his face that lasts like a second too long. And then he's like, oh, yeah.
I'm like, hey, you know what? As long as everything goes smooth on the way out, and I just like pull out another joint and just kind of wave it, and then I'm like,
Yep, he gives you like an exaggerated wink and then finger guns.
and I give him right back.
You truly are a master of the youth. So.
As we're walking down the hallway, like, FP, did you talk to him at all about like if he had heard anything or what people think happened to these guys or anything? Or are you just like handing out drugs and walking into rooms and immediately walking out?
God damn. Okay, hold on. You guys go look. And I just walk back and I'm like, hey, kid,
Yeah?
do you know
Weed guy.
Carlos or Derek?
Oh, yeah. They left, man.
Yeah. Did you see anything that happened?
No.
Did you
Well,
hear
like-
anything that happened?
You know, like a couple months ago, I think Derek got in a fight with his roommate. So he switched and moved in with Carlos because they were like friends. I think they were on like the lacrosse team together, maybe?
Carlos and Derek were friends on the lacrosse team and they roomed together for the past few months.
Yeah. That sounds right, man.
Can I roll a like confidence?
Humans? I was like,
Yeah.
humans or something to know if he.
That's a 2,
Mm.
which is probably a success.
You would know
It is.
that this kid does not have enough brain cells to rub together to lie to you. So he is just truly operating out of a fog of marijuana.
Yeah. I turn around and I look at Froome and I'm like, that's why I didn't ask, man. Let's go. Hey, remember, beeper. And you saw nothing.
Yeah, man. And then the exaggerated wink.
If you start to panic and you're not sure what to say, just tell them the men in black came.
Nice, dude. He starts staring off.
Ask him, he actually saw them move out or he stopped seeing them.
I mean, you can ask him. Just shout down the hall. He'll hear you.
Fruman walks up and kind of slinks over. He's like, I'm with him.
Nice, another weed dude. Cool.
Did you actually see them move out? You said that they were gone. Or did you just stop seeing them?
Yeah. I think I just stopped seeing them, man. Like I never saw them move out, but like, you know, I only worked the Sunday shift and the Monday and the Wednesday and the Friday shift. That's all.
Okay.
And I didn't see them.
And didn't see them moving out or coming out with furniture, boxes,
No, man.
a van or something, anything like that?
No, I didn't see anything like that.
Is there a storage area in this building?
Yeah, in the basement.
Okay. Is that locked or can I go down there and check?
For a weed dude, anything. And he tosses you the keys for the thing.
I mean, I would just pick the lock, but sure, I guess keys are nice.
Such a piece of shit.
I forget they exist. All right. I'm just used to I got my own keys right here and I just pull out my bobby pin.
All right. So we go to 420 and we see this sterile room.
That one is Carlos's dorm or Derek's dorm?
So apparently it was both of theirs for the last month.
Right,
or two,
that's
right?
what. Yeah. Okay. So it was the one that they both were in. Or I go into the dorm.
Everybody, all three of you?
Yep.
Yeah. I let them go first and I just kind of stand back by the door. I'm like, dude, guys, you know, when I say voodoo shit, I told you about the black goo and the spiky butt plug. I don't trust rooms anymore.
You just tasted the liquid from.
It was
the
outside. It was
indent
bright
of
and
a
sunny.
dead body.
It wasn't what? There was no dead body there when I got there. I mean, it'd been gone for at least 12 hours at that point.
You have very strange beliefs that I do not understand. And then I turn around and start looking around.
Yeah. All right, whatever, man. I put on my hoodie with my Discman and I just stand there at the door. And then I think, all right, this is serious shit. So I do this. And I just kind of stand there with my ear to the door. Actually, I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I'm just going to stand out in the hall. So I just stand out in the hall and wait.
3-3.
Okay. I walk in.
You walk in. Do you walk into this
Yeah.
room? So you guys walk in. You see what amounts to a immaculately clean room that like looks like it's something that was going to be shown. It's got the 2 beds that have a mattress, but like no sheets or anything on them. It's got 2 desks. There's no bathroom because it's communal bathroom shower stuff, one on each wing of the L. There's not a lot of else there. There's not really any dust or anything. Like it looks like it's being cleaned and like probably actively being shown.
What is it carpet? Is it?
No, it's like linoleum.
Okay. Can I have a black light?
Yeah.
And I just am looking around to see if there's anything on the floor.
So you're gonna black light
Like a little,
a college dude's room.
Well, I'm trying to, yeah.
If it's immaculately clean.
Yeah, if it's immaculately clean, there shouldn't be anything on there. Has anyone been jacking off in this?
The floor looks great, and then like you like go to like walls and ceiling. You're like,
You guys.
No, I'm like more looking for on the ground to see if there's like something that was written on the ground. If there's anything, I'm aware that there's gonna be jizz stains. I would know. I'm a man in this scenario.
Are we gonna have like a circle back to like all of the jizz talk from the last time?
Yeah, round 2.
But I'm looking more for like something that was drawn, or if there's any symbols or anything that were like scrubbed off, like anything that would be like unnatural.
Did anybody draw pictures with their jizz?
There is a life-size jizz replica of Pam Anderson.
Okay, never mind. I don't take out the fucking.
No,
black
you take
light.
out the black light. No, I'll tell you. It's like immaculate. Like somebody cleaned the shit out of this. There's no jizz stains. There's nothing.
Okay.
And I think that would be surprising.
Like so, right? That they did such a good job cleaning.
Yeah,
it.
that somebody
Okay.
like took the time to clean any, like where the desks are.
Truman actually probably thinks back to like living in college, and probably even though he didn't participate in like a lot of
Jacking off.
Well, I mean, he definitely jacked off all the time. No, he probably like, wasn't doing like a bunch of drugs and like going to parties and like that sort of stuff. So I'm not sure like how much stuff he would be hiding, but probably like seeing like if the mattresses have like zippers or whatever to like see if like, is there any like hiding places that the like guys had? Probably like lifts up the mattress. So like knocks on all the drawers and the like the drawer bottoms to make sure that there's not like.
Yeah, can you guys both give me a search roll?
Fail.
27 on a 40.
Nice. So you guys are going through stuff. The drawers are all empty, each of the 2 things you look through. But what you do notice is in one of the beds, you guys were lifting it up, and what looked like had maybe gotten caught on like the edge of maybe the bed frame, and then had embedded itself into the bed itself. So it's like it maybe popped off somebody. Is what's the item that keeps your thing?
A cufflink?
A cufflink.
How did you know cufflink?
I was doing this.
Oh, in serious. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I'm like, what's the item that? And Pat's like, cufflink. I'm like, correct.
You guys are connected.
Yeah, it's a
Cufflink.
connection.
Okay, what does it look like?
I'm going to show you, and then somebody's going to have to describe it. Y'all ready for this?
Do 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 do.
Sounds like y'all were ready.
Future Sam here. They were not ready. I posted a picture to the Instagram. The description was not great.
All right, I sent it to the chat, so go ahead and take a look.
The chat of
Delta Peen.
So there appears to be, I think there's a cufflink, and it says booties on it. And what's this bad boy made out of?
It is made out of like a pretty heavy metal. Not No, it's a nice cufflink. Like this would be a link you would cherish. I'm having a hard time. It's a nice cufflink. How about that?
Yeah.
okay.
An heirloom cufflink that you would pass on to your children.
All right. Actual
Okay.
description. This is a round cufflink. It says the letters S-B-O-T-I, or a different order, B-O-T-I-S for booties. On the center appears to be somewhat of a
Family crest?
sigil.
Crest?
Yeah, family crest maybe. It's a box with a circle on each end, and the bottom of said box has fallen out and curled up. And then there are some T's, 2 upright T's, 1 upside down T, and a straight line running through them to make it seem like the word tit on the inside.
Oh, I see tit on the inside now. Okay.
Ice cream paint job.
And then there's 2 more circles on the cross that's breaking the crest into 4 quadrants on the bottom, so south and east. The same circles that are on the edges of the square itself.
I pocket it.
Cool.
Actually, that's be real. He puts it in a plastic bag. And
Yeah,
then,
I was like, I don't think you pocket that at all. You've got gloves on and have
Yeah.
like put that in a.
Would you say that the linoleum on the floor, does it look new?
No.
Okay. I just want to make sure they didn't.
It looks clean.
It looks clean, but it doesn't look like
It's
it was
not
just
replaced
put
or
down.
anything,
Okay.
yeah.
Is there like, there's no closets or anything? Like that's really the only
Yeah,
thing we
there's a
find.
closet, but it's not very deep. You know,
Okay.
it's meant for like.
Not that deep.
It's not that deep, Aubrey.
Thank
Stop
you.
trying to read into it. It's just a closet.
What is their, do they have a window?
Yeah, and they have walls.
Thank you.
And sweat.
I bet they
And
had
there's-
sweat dripping down their balls.
Not according to the black light.
Where does their window face?
Their window faces towards the north.
Okay, so towards the mansion. I look out the window just to see if I.
You get a pretty nice vista of the chapel and the copse of trees and the one street leading out towards everything. You can see from the fourth floor up over the trees that there is that little lake, and then behind the lake are all the
mansions.
Yeah, the houses. Some are mansions, some are like just houses, and then behind that's like even thicker trees.
Is there anything on the ground underneath, like signs that someone fell out a window?
Oh, no, window is intact.
Okay.
And there's no dead bodies on the ground, like people had fallen.
There's no indentations with a weird oil-like substance?
No, nothing like that.
Okay, let's
Figure out where the fuck the other room is.
3-3.
So I guess I'm standing out in the hall, and then
And we walk out. Fruman has a cufflink in a plastic bag that has that sigil on it that was sent to the chat. That's the only thing we found in the room. Everything, it was very immaculately clean, like cleaner than I would expect, like a cleaning service to clean a dorm. For example, I did a black light and there's no jizz stains anywhere.
that's pretty weird for a college kid's dorm.
Yeah, agree. We thought so too.
I mean, there should be spray stains at least like 2 feet up the wall, right? Well, I mean, this is your guys' specialty, but like,
What, jizzing?
well, no, I mean like finding jizz, like on walls and stuff,
Oh.
right? Or at least his, and I
Yeah.
point to Fruman.
I think I give you a weird look. Like, why would that be my special? So I'm a fire investigator.
There is no jizz expelled from dead bodies. They evacuate bowels, but hardly ever
I
semen.
mean, you heard about David Carradine, right? Had that happened in '98? Autoerotic asphyxiation, and then they, But I mean, the kids in here aren't dead. Why? Like, yeah, there's not jizzing corpses in a kid's college room. Like, what are we talking about here?
Well, you just said that's what that I do that for a living, and I look at dead people.
Yeah, I keep thinking you're some sort of like criminal pathologist, and I just keep imagining CSI, but I know that's not what you do. I'm sorry. I'm getting caught up in TV and not reality.
Okay. So
What was about this cufflink? There was a sigil on it.
yeah, look at it. Does this mean anything to you?
It says BOTUS. That's like a thing that like holds up boobs, right? And you said something about boobs on the inside. So, that's something.
I suppose we didn't check at all. Does this mean anything to any of us? Like,
No,
was
it
this on like the
Prince album that's new?
Yeah, or
If I
or
roll
on like the website or something?
If I roll a natural, do I get anything from it?
You can definitely unroll unnatural because there are bad consequences if you fail.
Okay. I don't do
Put
that.
the dice away. Yeah, this is the cover of the newest Prince album. Is that what you guys
I'm
are
like, all right,
asking?
No, I'm just wondering, like, this doesn't happen to be like the university seal or anything.
No,
like, it
no.
wasn't like on the
yeah,
website.
we haven't seen
No,
it
you
anywhere
don't
else on
recognize
campus.
this at all.
Okay, yet.
You think it could be one of those like secret college societies, like the Cross and Bones or whatever?
Like the Freemasons?
Yeah, colleges have weird stuff. I never went to one, but
Okay.
like George Bush was in some kind of secret thing at Sanford or whatever.
Yeah, all
And
what? Right?
Sons.
Fuck George Bush.
Hot take.
Anyway, where's the next goddamn room?
I think, well, I guess because Carlos or the other one moved in with him. So I don't think there is another room. I mean, although I guess we could go to,
Yeah, I guess we could go check
to Derek's old
room.
one. Yeah, old room. Yeah,
An option.
yeah, we're here. We might as well. We go to Derek's old dorm.
Okay, same building.
Okay.
2 floors down and 3 doors down. Two
Okay.
set rooms, 217.
Okay.
Is it locked?
There is a Superman poster on the front.
Oh my god.
It
Okay.
says, "If I go crazy." Hey guys.
Dot.
The
That's exactly right.
fucking shit rock. Whatever. I just like
No
turn up
hoodie.
my hoodie. Yeah.
It's not locked.
Hey guys, it's not locked. Let's go in. I got kind of bored standing out in the hallway last time. Fuck it. And you didn't find anything last time anyway, so I guess I'm not so scared.
Yeah, what
the
kind of like,
booties cufflink, man.
yeah, there could be some
Oh, I
satanic
mean-
forces in here or some woo-woo that you're scared of, so maybe you should stay out.
What? Hey man, you weren't there. There was like smoke and butt plugs everywhere. It was
Where?
like I told you about in the cave under the bar. Whatever. Fuck that. All right, let's go. And I just like kick open the door and start like,
You say you kick open the door?
yeah.
You're really taking an opposite approach.
I do like this yo-yoing between.
I'm like, I think does he need more drugs or fewer drugs? I can't tell.
I just stood out in the hall for like 5 minutes stewing
That was-
on all my dead friends.
That was of
Like,
your own making.
Well, I know that. That's why I'm going in this time. I don't want to think about it anymore. So let's stop talking about it. I'm kicking in this door.
Don't kick
and
in the
searching
door.
this dorm.
I like-
Okay, fine.
The door is kicked in.
I kick the door handle, and it's one of those like flippy ones.
Yeah, I think he
So I
doesn't
just, like-
successfully kick the door in.
I just kick the handle down to open it, and then I push it open. I'm like, I'm doing this.
I
And I
think, like-
awkwardly like put my foot up, and I'm like, no, I'm kicking the door handle open, and then I pushed, and I'm in. I'm looking around. Fuck this. What?
As he's doing that,
What is in this
Thaddeus like just as he's trying to kick the door handle and it opens, Thaddeus just kind of like taps his back to push him to see if he'll just fall on his face. He's like trying to get him
Roll
off
balance.
balance.
Yeah, roll dexterity, I guess.
Damn it, 94.
He just like rolls into the room.
Okay, so
I just lay on the floor and I'm like, well, I'm in. There's nothing under the beds.
2 college students at their laptops turn around and look at you both, like all 3 of you, and they both have headphones in. And they're like, "Who are you?"
Probably headphones on. It's 1998.
Yeah, headphones. Okay.
Were you
I
alive
say,
then?
hey, you guys should be at chapel right now. And then I get up and walk out and close the door.
You guys hear in the background, like the door closes, and you just hear one of them go, "Holy shit!" Okay.
And then I open the door, stick my head and say, first warning, and then close it again. And then I just leave.
I'll be in the car. I've done my work.
I'm like, wait. I'm like, why didn't just bribe them with drugs again? Maybe that's Derek's old roommate. We can figure out why
Did
they
you
got
see
in a
those
fight.
nerds? They're like sitting there at their desk doing stuff
You
on
never
a
know.
Sunday morning.
You never know. Go talk to them.
Fine. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. No, I got a plan.
Are they really not giving you like chill vibes? They're nerd vibes.
Dude, it's 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning and they're sitting at their desk happy tapping away. Either they're playing World of Warcraft in there or they're looking up like nerd
I'm
stuff.
like, all right,
Be
Furman,
like,
maybe you should.
I got this.
Furman, you go talk
Shut
to
up.
him.
I got this. Not you. Him. You can keep going. I go back in and then I knock and then like I pull out like my little badge for like the forensic pathology stuff and it's like, hey, headphones off. 1, you guys absolutely should be at chapel. 2, be like, I'm looking into some of the goings on here at the university. It's my understanding that there are two students who are no longer involved with the university. One of them used to be one of your roommates, or I guess both of them, if they just switched
they switch
roommates.
roommates?
So one was one person's and one was the other person's.
Yeah, I think that you've got 2 like 18-year-old or 19-year-old guys, like just kind of eyes still wide after that show, and they're like, we switched like a month or 2 ago.
Have you found any of their stuff after they moved?
No, they moved all their stuff out, and I moved my stuff in, and we switched.
Okay, but like again, they just didn't miss anything, and you just haven't gotten around to giving it back to them or anything like that.
No. Do you need to look around? Are they dead? What? Everyone said that they were gone, but
Did you see them move out?
no, it's kind of strange, huh? Like they just were gone one day.
All right.
I'm hearing this conversation because I'm sort of eavesdropping and I'm like, fuck it. And I open the door and I'm like, I'm working with him. What was your fight about? Like, why'd you guys switch?
Yeah. So, I can probably answer that. Derek just like farted a lot, and I just couldn't deal. So I had to ask the head RA to switch us out.
Okay. I think
To a
that's-
less flatulent roommate.
Yeah, slightly, but better.
Did he always fart a lot or did that start later?
he just,
That just perks up FB's like It's like, I want to hear some fart stories.
I mean, changes in diet, and Egon was doing, no, they shouldn't know that. Proteins, change in diet, protein. I don't know.
I just closed the door.
I mean, yeah, we lived together for like, I don't know, 8 months before this.
Was there anything weird with him? Did he act weird in any way? Was he into anything weird? I mean,
Yeah, when the farting started, he started acting a little weirder.
You just hear through the door. I told you so.
I think I give like kind of an incredulous look. I'm like, okay, like how?
Well, he kept talking about that people were out to get him or something.
That happened. That coincided with the flatulence.
Yeah, it's hard to like really put it together because the farting was really made me want to switch rooms, but he also kind of was talking a lot about, people like watching him at night. And
Okay. And then I look at the other one. I'm like, did Carlos fart a lot?
No,
No, and he didn't talk.
never heard the man fart once.
Was there an oddly low amount of farting? Like he should have farted more and he didn't?
Like one of them was taking farts from the other.
Everybody in the room locks eyes and realizes that it had been a fart
This
trade.
is all fart trade.
It was Freaky Fart Day.
I'm like, Carlos never acted as though someone was out to get him. Like he didn't have, like, what made you agree to switch?
They asked me to switch, honestly.
And Carlos was okay with old farty pants?
Yeah, Carlos and Derek were like kind of friends. They'd become friends in the last couple months. Carlos was pretty quiet. He didn't talk to me much.
Okay.
And what about what's your opinion on the dean?
The dean who has overseen.
Well, he seems like a good Christian man.
Okay.
He's a good leader, I guess.
And what about his son?
Oh, Matt?
Yes.
Matt's a little troubled.
In what way?
Oh, he had to drop out.
Oh, when?
I mean, I guess that was in the last couple weeks, I want to say. Right? And he looks at the other room in the room. It's like, I'm like kind of like thinking back. Yeah, I think I had a class in the same hall as him, and I stopped seeing him because I'd say hi to him every once in a while. So yeah, it's probably been a couple weeks. I'd say a couple weeks. Yeah, a couple weeks.
Okay. I think I look at Fruman and I'm like, should we show them the cuff? I point to my cuff.
Sure. You guys ever seen this?
One of them takes it from you if you let him take it.
Sure.
And
Sure.
They kind of pull over and like, no, and then hands the other and like, no, I don't know what this is. It's kind of weird.
Last question. What's sort of the buzz with Dr. Springfield's work?
Well, Dr. Springfield, he is pretty well liked. Everybody likes his class. It really helps you get closer to God, which we all appreciate. And he's just pretty well liked.
What makes you feel like it gets you closer to God? Like, what do you mean?
Is it the enantiomers or is it chirality
It's the chirality.
that really does it for you?
Yeah, it shows you the chi reality.
Wow.
Alpha Chi. That's our Christian frat. Would you care to join? Would you like to see some literature on Alpha Chi?
No.
Thank you for your time.
Back out.
We just turned into like
turns on a heel and-
like Homer Simpson meme
Yeah,
where just like
back into the bushes.
Just back out into the hallway.
FP, as someone who readily identifies as a nerd, you were absolutely right. They were fucking nerds.
you get one more good idea
Yeah.
on the whiteboard.
I think I'm like 3-1 at this point, right? If you don't count trying to kick the door open. But I think I played that one off pretty well.
I pop my head back in. I'm like, if you're so close to God, why aren't you at chapel?
The 11 o'clock one.
Okay. Close the
You're
door.
not dedicated enough to worship twice.
No, that's a sin in our church.
If you don't get the message the first time,
Okay.
Loving God too much.
yeah. Hey, should we go check out that basement?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's go to the storage.
All right, let's pause while I get another drink and pee and stuff.
Yeah, I have to pee too.
You can pee while I make another drink.
Make me one of them bad boys.
that's why we stopped at the.
At Roswell, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, we needed gas, right?
And Scotch tape.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not going back to Roswell. After how you guys treated me in Roswell, we're not going back. Yeah, you guys truly were like, why'd we go there? So I deleted that because it made me feel bad. Go ahead.